What is the main purpose of production planning? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what that is. In my mind, making sure the plan can happen constraint and roadblock free is almost, and don't get me on this because I'm saying almost more important than the plan itself. Let me tell you what I mean. Yes, a production plan has time by location. Yes, a production plan shows that beautiful diagonal line showing trade flow. Yes, it shows where we're supposed to be and how we're going to finish the project. But that's not the most important point. To me, the most important point is that we have design, fabrication, and delivery, permissions, and coordination done out ahead of that. And so what I'm wanting to really communicate in this video is the importance of tracking and being prepared for deferred submittals. Tracking material procurement, making sure that we have the right information, right? Making sure that we're queuing up trade partners the right way. So I want to take our focus just a little bit, I don't want to say take it off, but be done with the production plan on the field execution part and talk about how we enable it with our supply chains and with our secondary flows or our other production systems, as Todd Zabel talks about all the time. So that's what I'm going to cover in this video. I'm going to go straight to Intact to do it and show you some really cool things. I hope you love it. On we go. Okay, everybody, I am so excited to be with you here on my actual computer screen to show you some examples. We're talking, as you know, about the main purpose of production planning and the ability to make work ready and to find and remove problems before we execute a task is almost more important than the task itself. Meaning, like, here's what I'm talking about. That sounds radical. I'm not saying it is more important, but like in the production plan, once you start the trades on site, they pretty much know how to work in a rhythm. Let me take you down here to the interiors, right? So they pretty much know what they're doing. The key part of construction management is two things: to help them stay on that rhythm and to make sure that we have everything done out ahead so that they can be successful. So like I've talked to you about before, there's the buyout. This is the buyout tab that we have. We have permitting, showing you the trade partner preparation process. And the main thing that we want to do here is make sure that we have our procurement, right? And I know that this sounds silly, but if you expand this over here on the left in Intact, you'll see that I've got from the drawings and then from ChatGPT. I know that sounds silly, but literally in the absence of the current information, you can literally type into ChatGPT and you're like, okay, we're building a 3-story garden style walk-up multifamily project, $120 million, Buckeye, Arizona. We need to know how long it takes to prepare the submittals, right? To do the submittal review, submittal approval, and then the lead time for the actual equipment, right? And literally ChatGPT, in the absence of real information and working with your trade partners, will give you a good start. And so what happens is we ChatGPT'd it before we had information, and then as soon as we confirm it with the trade partners, we have it in here, and then we link it to the actual activity down below. So everything that's long lead for our project has the submittal prep, review, approval, lead time, delivery, buffer. So I like to have a procurement buffer and a material inventory buffer, and then it's linked down to the actual item itself. So the real purpose of production planning and showing it visually is so that when we have a production plan, like I said, that shows our rhythm, we know the timeline, we know anything that we need to do to prepare the trades, the deferred submittals, the actual procurement, which is beautifully shown right here, the trade partner preparation process, permitting, and then buyout. They all link from right to left. And this will make super good sense to you if you've read the book Built to Fail by Todd Zabel. This is the way, right here, what I'm showing you is the way we should do it. Now, I want to make a couple of points. All of the procurement items in here have logic. Okay, so the logic in these sequences tie to the rest of the production plan. So when you export it, you can export to P6, Microsoft Project. All of that logic is retained. The other thing is that you start soon enough. Now this is for long lead. So how does the procurement log actually tie into this? Well, let me show you. Procurement logs are like project management 101. I don't know why this isn't more of a thing. Typically I go to trade partners and I'm like, what's your biggest problem? They're like labor shortage and procurement. And I'm like, okay, let's look at your log or your production plan. And they're like, well, we don't track it. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you do? Well, we trust the trade partners. And I'm like, oh, we can't do that. That's not going to work, right? So we have to track this. This is the general contractor's job to do with the trades. So you see in the procurement log here, we have the required on job date. Love that column. We have our buffer duration. And then you can see things like deliveries. You can see the, design team approval, like everything all the way back to buyout. Like this is absolutely crucial that we get this right. In case the log gets intimidating, I like to have the long lead right here in the production plan. And every time we get into our weekly team meeting or our strategic planning and procurement meeting, we literally just go through these one by one, right? So I'll just tell you, like right now it's April 15th, but let's say we're getting closer to the project. Let's say it's July 1st, right? These are the things I need to release here. All right, we have our pre-mobilization for plumbing. We're about to do our pull plan. Oh my gosh, we need to start submittal preparation for the transformers and switch gears, EV chargers, the drywall and ceiling grid. These are the deferred submittals. Like, you can just come through here and look at every single item and be queued up for your project and make sure that everything is on time and that it's leveled. And that's the key thing that I want to talk about. So high level, I want all of your procurement inside, meaning your long lead items inside your production plan. And I want everything on the project on your procurement log so that you on a weekly basis can be in there with the PM, super, PEs and know when things need to be released and actively recover if you get delayed in the moment. The two biggest problems with procurement planning is that we don't start soon enough and we don't monitor it often enough. There's at least 15 things we can do to recover supply chains if we can see it. We can see it here. That's remarkable. That's how it's done. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'm going to put this into a blog post, actually link to our templates for the procurement log and give you a picture for what it looks like over here when we actually enter it into the production plan and a link to Intact in case you want to sign up. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.